Ostrogoths, Astrogoths, Parthians. The hell are you supposed to be? P. Ventidius Bassus. I'm Vengeance. Sassanid and Byzantine empires. When there is a rapidly growing empire with effective military strategics and superior weaponry to the south, I sleep. Sassanid and Byzantine empires win each other 9,000th time. Real shit. When you discover gravity but can't attract anyone. Thomas Jefferson trying to negotiate the Louisiana Purchase from the French in 1803. I have $3. Everyone. The Beatles were the biggest group breakup. The first triumvirate. Are we a joke to you? When you are a Chinese in 1940s? Indonesia and the Imperial Japanese military actually protects you. Thanks, Satan. Carthage after inflicting massive damage to Rome. Rome not surrendering and building new armies. Carthage. POV. You're an Inuit and it's your 70th birthday. I assume it's proper for you to commit seppuku at once, when a Serb killed an Austrian in Bosnia. And that's why you, an Englishman, have to fight Germany in France. Excited to learn about Enuma Elish and Mesopotamian history and mythology. Realizes most content is conspiracy theorists like Billy Carson. People panicking and thinking there is an alien invasion because of the 1938 The War of the Worlds radio broadcast. People who have read the book. Archaeologists. You actually were telling the truth, Herodotus. I do that quite a lot, yet people are always surprised. Arminius watching from Valhalla as his descendants proclaim the Holy Roman Empire. Some British dude coming back from a vacation. The first Italo-Ethiopian war is like fighting to defend your nation even after being screwed over by the government. Alfred Dreyfus. Yi Sun Sin. Can't get blamed for World War I if you aren't a country after World War I. France and Spain. Stone Age humans. Other people with a time machine. I am your granddaughter. Really. Me with a time machine. It's called character.ai. And you can talk to any fictional character you want. Oh my god. Haha, Balkans always fight each other. Romania. Never having a single direct conflict with one another. Serbia. Champa fighting the Viets, Khmers, Mongols, and pirates while maintaining a thriving maritime trade empire. Champa, after 1471. Europeans in the 16th century when they see an ancient rotting corpse. When you plunge the country into religious and political turmoil to marry a woman but then notice her hot friend. 2nd Infantry Division, who have foaming from the mouth because of mustard gas. The Imperial German forces defending the hill. When I'm in a Which Country Rises the Sun first competition and my opponent is Kiribati. There is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no SEAL Team 6. Modern day people. Muslim Iberia was very tolerant to non-Muslims while Christians were oppressive. Almohads and Almoravids. Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor will force America to focus on the Pacific. German U-boats can now strangle the UK and cut off supplies to the USSR. IJN offensive capability is destroyed at Midway and the U-boats fail to halt Allied convoys. IJN offensive capability is destroyed at Midway and the U-boats fail to halt Allied convoys. When the teacher thinks you're studying, but you're actually planning to invade Britain. Archibald Cochrane demonstrating coal tar sheathing. Royal Navy. Archibald Cochrane dying penniless because the Royal Navy waited for his patent to expire. Royal Navy. Sweden to the Axis powers during World War II. Can I offer you some nice iron in this trying time? World War I Triple Alliance moment. Austria-Hungary. Italy and Romania. The Quito's War. Rebellion of the Diaspora. Trajan about to finish the conquest of the Parthian Empire. Estonians in 1918, when they need more men to fight the Bolsheviks and see young schoolboys. You'll be a soldier. Who would win? Over 500 Red Army soldiers, some Finnish farmer. You wrote an extra long report to inform the emperor while praising him. He punishes you because he hates long report. You rewrite the report to be under 500 words and became the standard for future reports. The emperor still punishes you because it shows you clearly can keep things short but didn't. When you ask the Mongols how they conquered the world, I just kept feigning retreat and it kept working. Richard the Lionheart, I won't put you in irons if you surrender. Isaac Komnenos, thank you, I surrender, puts him in specially commissioned silver shackles. Autoboos when Romaboos mourn the fall of Rome. Autoboos when they celebrate the fall of Rome. Martin Luther after nailing some paper to a door. This will totally alter the course of European history. People who call Rommel one of the greatest tank commanders. Rommel who used infantry tactics. the carriage in front of the one carrying the first emperor of China. A 160 pounds metal cone tossed by a buff dude. First World War literature be like, war is hell. War is hell. My Murican friend. Why are there hardly any Jews in Europe? Me. 1519. Your Highness, I have come here prepared to travel towards the Spice Islands with 5 ships and 270 men of Spain. May God guide you on this voyage. 1522. What happened? We succeeded, but suffered greatly. When you launch a coup but only one dude follows you. French miners. Polish miners. The French unionist who thinks that their strikes against the Germans will be a bloodbath. Polish wives who speak German. Parliament when Germany violates the Treaty of Versailles. I sleep. Parliament when Edward VIII attempts to marry an American actress who has divorced. Real shit. Odysseus when he is just trying to get home to his wife, but he keeps getting sent on random-ass detours. King Julian, how long is this going to take? Stephen of Blois besieges Empress Matilda as part of their bloody war for the crown of England. Matilda. Hey, could I leave and get safe conduct over to Gloucester so that I can join forces with my biggest ally? Stephen. Yeah, sure. Have a nice trip. Matilda, along with literally everyone else with more than a half brain cell. It's funny how dumb you are. Austria, Georgia, giving the world some of its most brutal dictators, but nobody remembers you for it. A genuinely wholesome story, which teaches good values to those who read it. A story fucked up beyond any form of human comprehension. An endless crucible of humankind's worst possible natures. A testament of how fucked up any human can be. Me reading about mythology. Making English the only language of instruction in both public and private schools. German, Polish, Scandinavian communities. Republicans in Wisconsin in 1889. Why would they vote for the Democrats? POV. Your Franklin Pierce in 1856. The administration of Franklin Pierce has been true to the great interests of the country. Now please fuck off. Democratic National Convention. Confederates. Criticize their second flag as being too white. Ironic. POV. Your Grover Cleveland reading about the Democratic National Convention in 1896. You are accused of treason and anti-democratic behavior. Jacksonians be like, we are the democracy. Mid-19th century, American political party names be like, Locofocos, Whigs, Know Nothings, Macedonia existing again after 2,500 years. I'm back. How England is portrayed in media when fighting France. How England is portrayed in media when fighting Scotland. Visualizing in the mirror the man I want to become. Most of history of Christianity in China versus Japan. China. You got any more of that Christianity? Japan. Shame. Blackbeard would plunder merchant ships, forcing them to allow his crew to board their ship. The pirates would seize all of the valuables, food, liquor, and weapons. Ironically, despite his ferocious reputation, there are no verified accounts of him actually killing anyone. Blackbeard in popular imagination. Blackbeard in reality. Today, we have sturdy plates that we put our food on. Pre-16th century medieval dude looking at his trenchers, basically a plate put on their food, which is entirely made up of bread. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I eat my trencher? Me, simply enjoying my graham crackers. My friend and his very outspoken brain. Did you know? This food is meant to suppress your lust. Me. Before individual plates exist, there's only a communal place where people put food on. It's called trenchers. It's either made up of one of the following: metal, wood, good old bread. How to integrate conquered nations. Rome. First we harmonize religions, then build roads and change the language. Assyrian Empire. First we skin the adult men, then we put images of it everywhere so they don't forget. U.S. slavery in decline as major cash crops cheapen and abolition rises. Invent cotton gin to automate a labor-intensive task and reduce need for slaves. Cotton farming skyrockets, reinvigorating slavery. Slavery continues strong for 70 years and is only ended after a major war. Cotton dependency almost got UK to side with the South. Holy Roman Empire after killing its best general Wallenstein in the 30 Years' War. Yeah, this is big brain time. Mr. President banned the Chinese for 20 years. No. Mr. President banned the Chinese for 10 years. Fine. I can't wait to learn more about post-colonial African history. Random general takes power, becomes a dictator, and kills 100,000 people. Gets assassinated and replaced by another violent general who kills twice the amount of people. Time traveler moves chair, the timeline, invade Russia, Take Moscow. Just sit there as you wait for peace terms. Just sit there as you wait for peace terms. Germans every couple generations. Europe. Georgia neighboring both of them. Ottomans trying to expand their empire. Persian Empire trying to do the same. France. What about our colonial empire? Rest of the world. You've had one. Yes, but what about a second one? If I had a nickel for every time a rare storm event entirely destroyed one of my invasion fleets that could have changed the course of Asian history, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it is weird that it happened twice. Average Old Norse learner. Average Gothic enthusiast. The Dutch during the 17th century. The natives. As long as the spice keeps running, everyone will be left alone. The French in the 90s for some reasons. John Adams when it came to slavery and relations with Native Americans. John Adams when it came to civil liberties. I have an army. We have a York. Is 2 a lot? Depends on the context. Dollars, no. Assassinated presidents who were replaced by a guy named Johnson? Yes.